Modern Warfare, I think, has the best settings ever in any Call of Duty in terms of how you guys could actually play the game. You guys could change literally anything to make yourself a much better player. So guys, we're going to talk about those today. I'm going to tell you guys the best settings and my exact settings that I use within the game in order to actually play a lot easier, to get a lot better kills, and just the most comfortable settings that I personally use. And hopefully you guys can actually like these settings and go off on people as well. So if you're ever wondering how people drop shot you like crazy, people are always jump shotting and they're always super accurate and they seem to melt you really fast, guys, check out this video. These are the best settings in Modern Warfare. What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about the best settings in the entire game in order to go off on people like crazy. So I've given you guys settings in the past and these ones are very similar because I don't change my settings way too much. I don't go crazy on changing the settings, but I'm going to give you guys some other types of settings that I have as well within the game. And this, guys, it's going to make you more accurate, it's going to help you kill people faster, and it's just really good to actually have like that. So if you guys could drop a like on this video, we're gonna go for 1,003 likes. So if you guys could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below what your current KD is in Modern Warfare. If you guys have a lower KD, don't worry. I think everybody who plays this game, this is probably one of their lowest KD CODs. And if you have a really high KD, man, props to you, because this game isn't as easy as other CODs as well. So let's just get into this, and we're going to start this video off with the most important setting in the game, and that is the button layout preset. You guys gotta go change this as soon as possible. If you're playing on the original one, I don't suggest it. If you're playing on default, you gotta change that, man. There's only two in this entire setting that I would actually suggest, and the first one is stick and move. This, guys, it allows you to jump using your right analog, the R3 button, and instead of knifing with that button, you will be knifing with X and I believe A on Xbox. So X on PlayStation, A on Xbox. This allows you to jump shot people, making yourself a much harder target to hit, which is something you definitely want within this game. You don't want to be an easy target to hit, or you guys could also put it to tactical, and this is how people drop shot like crazy. This allows you guys to drop shot with R3, which is your right analog, and then you knife with circle, and I believe it's B on Xbox. I haven't played Xbox in years, so I have no idea which one it is. I didn't even play it that long, but I think that's what it is. So guys, either play on stick and move or tactical. Don't play on default unless you really like it, but I highly don't recommend it. And then you want to set your controls to flipped. When you're in the button layout preset, you guys could press square on a PlayStation controller, which is probably X on Xbox. I'm not even sure, man. Someone has to tell people down in the comments, because I think I got the Xbox ones all wrong. But all you got to do is press that and it flips your control. So you guys shoot with R1 and R2 rather than shooting with R2 and L2 and stuff. I said R1 and R2. No, you shoot with R1 and L1, guys. Sorry, screw everything I just said. It's New Year's, I'm half asleep, whatever, man. But yeah, guys, you do that as well. Flip it, flip your controls. It makes a millisecond difference within the game, but when it comes to killing people, that is a huge difference. The next one I want to give you guys is the ADS sensitivity. This is different to your actual sensitivity in the game, and you gotta change this as well. When you have your ADS sensitivity set too high, which I believe the default ADS sensitivity in this game is way too high, that's when you aim down sights, your gun moves a little too much. It's too sensitive when you touch the right analog and stuff like that. So you definitely want to put your ADS sensitivity, I believe, anywhere between a 0.90 and a 0.95 for vertical and horizontal is probably the best bet. It doesn't look like it makes much of a difference. That doesn't sound much different because the original one is, or the default one I should say, is 1.0, but then you're changing it to 0.90. It's not much of a difference, but when you're playing the game, it makes a huge difference. You will stick onto those targets, those enemies, a lot easier. You're not going to be moving and missing bullets and stuff. You're going to like glue right onto them and laser the hell out of those people. Trust me, guys, but you also don't want to go too low. So I say the lowest is 0.90 and the highest you should go is 0.95. Trust me, that is really important as well. And another tip I want to give you guys, this doesn't have to do with the settings, but if you want to be even more accurate, go ahead and get yourself a pair of control freaks. They're pretty inexpensive. They're like $12 to $20 at most, and you guys will completely draw people. This helps with your sensitivity, or it helps, I should say, with your aiming and stuff like that so damn much. And you guys could use my code, it's Nick, to save yourself 10% off those as well. Save even more money on the cheap sticks. Like that's amazing, man. They're cheap, but they're freaking amazing. You guys got to use control freaks, man. I've been using them for years, and I wouldn't use anything else. going down to another setting that I think is super important, you guys need to turn off your controller vibration. When you have controller vibration on, your hand starts vibrating with the controller, meaning you might move your thumb in opposite directions of where you actually want to keep it, and I really suggest turning it off. It's going to feel weird if you're playing without controller vibration. It's going to feel weird the first few days, not just the first game. It's going to feel weird for a few days, but once you get used to it, guys, taking off that controller vibration really helps a lot. I haven't been playing with controller vibration in probably 4 years now. I have not even felt my controller vibrate once, and the reason I do that is because it just helps so much more with your accuracy. A lot of the pro players don't play with controller vibration, and even when you buy scuff controllers, those are the modded controllers you could buy, you have the option to take out the rumble pack, which actually makes your controller vibrate. So you could even take that out completely and you can't even ever get your controller to vibrate. So that's a very viable thing. You guys definitely want to turn that off. Another thing is to make sure that your brightness is where you can't see the left box. You see the left box on screen right here where it says not visible? You want to make sure that actually is not visible. You don't want to see the MW logo whatsoever. The reason for this, and I think it's just a little weird, the brightness in this game is very ugly. Let's be honest, it's very ugly in this game. So you want to turn that down to the lowest possible, or at least until you don't see the MW. I think anywhere between a 50 and 60, at least on my monitor, on my screen, that looks good, but it might be different for you guys. Just set it to where you don't see that MW anymore. When you have the brightness too high, it might be hard to see enemies in the distance, so definitely make sure to turn that off. While we're turning things off, you also want to turn off the film grain, the world motion blur, and the weapon motion blur. A lot of people don't realize this, but that makes the game look really ugly as well, and especially with the motion blur, you might not see enemies if you're moving left to right a little too fast. So make sure you turn those off. A lot of people forget about these settings, or they just leave it where it is. Trust me, guys, turn that off. It's crap. You don't want it. It makes the game look like garbage. Let's be completely honest. Another one here, and this is for the audio. This is a really important one as well. You want to set the audio mix to either boost high or boost the solo boost. That's what it's called. It's just called boost. And the reason for this is because it just helps you hear those footsteps louder. It helps you hear where gunfights are coming from and stuff like that, especially if you have a headset, which I really recommend people use a headset when playing COD. It helps out tremendously. But if you don't, it's okay. Your TV, this game is pretty good for TV volume as well. But trust me, guys, make sure you have it to boost high or boost. Do not keep it at studio reference. This is going to help you guys like crazy, just for those footsteps and gunshots, and you'll know exactly where they're coming from, like I just said. Now another one is this one I kind of hate, and that is the game volume. So if you guys want to follow exactly what I have in terms of game volume, this helps me hear footsteps more, and score streaks I hear a lot less. Thank God, because those score streaks, when they're in the air, man, that is all you hear, or kill streaks I should say, that is all you hear in the entire game. So I have my music volume set to 30, I have my dialogue volume set to 65, and I have my effects volume set to 100, and I realized with the effects volume, you do hear footsteps louder. I'm not sure if it's really supposed to actually help you hear those footsteps, but I have it set to 100. Yes, I hear grenades louder, yes, I hear gunshots louder, but I do hear footsteps louder, which really helps, especially in a game like this where footsteps are super loud to begin with. So make sure you guys set that as well. I find that is the perfect volume mix, and I've been playing around with the volume mix for months right now, since the game came out, and I think this is the best one I've ever actually come up with. Now for the last tip, and this one you guys have to do it every single time you open Modern Warfare, and it kind of sucks, it always resets it for some reason, but this one helps with voice chat. It helps you hear your friends better, and it helps them hear you better. So if you're playing in a group of people, you will hear them call out. If there's gun firing, if you're firing at the same time, you will still hear your friends nice and clear. So you want to make sure that you put the voice chat, you got to set it differently. So for the set voice chat, that's what it's called, the set voice chat effect, you want to put it to no effect whatsoever. That's going to help you hear them clear. They're going to sound beautiful, and it's not going to sound like they're coming out of a tin can or they're a little bug talking in a microphone. They're going to sound nice and clear, so make sure you put that to no effect whatsoever. And for the microphone volume and the voice chat volume, I would say anywhere above 150 is really good. So when you're talking to them, they will hear you louder in your mic volume, and when they're talking to you, you will hear them louder in your headset. So these callouts, it's going to help out like crazy. But that is it for these settings, guys. If you did enjoy this video, like I said, we're going to go for 1,003 likes. That would be amazing. We just hit 490,000 subscribers. We're on the final stretch to 500,000. So if you guys haven't subbed to the channel yet, please do so. You guys are going to support me like crazy, and I want to thank everyone who has so far. We're only 10K away from 500,000. Also, guys, make sure to let me know down in the comments below what your KD is, and that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.